No, I gotta throw up the yeah. For that whole no fan who saw that part. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, those aren't there. Welcome to Around the Cartoon Horn. Oh, let me talk. I'm Jordan Jackson. I'm gonna introduce you to the panel. This is George. George, you want to introduce yourself?
George, Dwight De Niro, whichever you want to go by.
To his right, we got Wyatt Beckwire. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. That's me. I'm Wyatt.
To his right, we got Notorious B.I.G., otherwise Marquise Burks. Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, Marquise Burks.
And last off, we got Matt Chase. Got anything?
Matt Chase in the building, right here.
All right. First topic we got is the MVP odds. Oh man, it's in the wrong spot. Whatever. Let's start it off with
Cover my face, I understand.
Let's start off with all right, Matt. What do you got to say about the MVP odds?
Kind of too early to determine, but I definitely think that Luka could come in as a favorite, but I definitely think that Giannis is going to come in as a favorite and be the favorite to win the MVP in the end of the season. I mean, he's just progressing year in and year out. If Luka gets one more star around him, I definitely think he can consider himself a true MVP next year.
So you don't think it's his year this year?
No, losing Brunson, he really doesn't have a second player to play around. So, it's just kind of hard to determine. He puts up the numbers, the assists, the rebounds, but I don't think they could be a top 5 team in the West right now.
Okay, good points. What about you, Wyatt? What's your take on it?
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same. I'm not liking Luka's chances this year. I think he will win an MVP one year, but I don't think it's going to be this year. I mean, I got to go with my boy Giannis. Giannis is going to go MVP this year.
You can't call him your boy, dude. That's showing favoritism.
I mean, he's my favorite to win MVP.
All right. What about you, Marquise? Who do you think is going to win? Oh. Hey, can y'all hear him?
No.
Sorry. What was that?
Taking Luka, but like goes to overall teams and stuff like that. Go ahead and be like Giannis, John Morant, because their team's gonna also their team record matters when it comes to even your team's overall play, like your players' overall play. Like look at where the last 5 MVP seedings been. They're at least top 5 or top 3, so that does take into effect. Besides Jokic actually won MVP at the 5th seed this year. So there's that.
So what you're saying is the Mavs won't be a top 5 seed this year?
Not. I don't think oh boy said they don't have enough help. He doesn't have enough help. Even though Luka is easily a top 3 player in the league, he doesn't have enough help.
Okay. And George, you want to finish off this round?
Yeah, I'll take it. Luka's projected right now as the favorite. So, but I kind of agree with the last person that he doesn't have enough help there. So I really see someone like Giannis maybe getting it again, or big hope would be Joel finally getting his first MVP or another MVP. Did he win one?
Joel? No, he's never won one.
Nah, so his first, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely deserved it last year.
All right, let's move on from there. And who wants to see Frank Mir versus Brock Lesnar 3? Let's you want to pick this round up, George?
Heck yeah. I'd love to see Brock Lesnar sometimes. I would love to see it. I think Brock Lesnar is a monster in MMA, and I'd love to see that last fight. Even though Frank's probably washed up by now.
You want to pick it up from there, Wyatt?
Yeah, no one wants to see this fight. They're all like, no one cares about this trilogy. No one's like, yeah, let's go.
We'll just keep going down the line. You got anything on this, Marquise?
No, it's a little wide. Like, Lesnar hasn't even had a UFC fight in like 5-8 years. Like, no. Yeah, he needs to stick with WWE.
All right, Matt, you want to finish it off?
I'm gonna say I'd like to see it, just for old time's sake, but definitely not gonna be my number one priority. Just like Iceman and Tito, like they fought like 3 years ago and nobody even knew about it. Like that was just so, Frank Mir is just so washed up. Brock, like I agree with Marquise, just stay in the WWE. Like, just keep doing your thing there. Like, I don't know, they're just too old for UFC, just like Tito and Iceman.
All right, nice. Good comparisons. All right, let's move on to what Iguodala has to say. So apparently, Rasheed Wallace be a top 5 player and pushing out. That means he's pushing out Giannis Antetokounmpo. Since Wyatt has a stake in this, let's hear from you first.
Okay, so Rasheed Wallace's best season, he averaged 19.3 points a game and 8.2 total rebounds, and he's going to be pushing Giannis out of top 5. Okay, and how is he going to be pushing Giannis out of top 5? Giannis is probably top 3 right now, so there's no way he's even pushing Giannis out of the top 5. There's no way that Rasheed would be even a top 5 player in today's game, averaging 19.3 points a game and 8.2 rebounds. And his best season, he averaged 2.8 assists. Like, come on.
Makes you wonder who Iguodala's top 5 currently is.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, George, you want to pick it up from there?
Yeah. I don't have much to say on this because I'm a fairly new NBA fan. So all I'm going to say is I don't even know who Rasheed Wallace is, and I think that says enough.
Okay. I'll give you 1 for honesty and -1 for not knowing your history. Matt, you want to go?
You want me to take it up?
Yep.
Top 5? Hell no. But I'll give him top 10. He might not have averaged the points, the assists, but defensively, Rasheed Wallace was amazing. He was such a key player on most of the best defenses in the past decades of NBA. Like, he was just, give him the technical, look at him, looking at the refs, doing nothing, getting technical. But I don't lie. He's going to be a top 10 player in the league. Top 5? No, Iguodala's smoking crack.
Can I jump in?
Sure.
So, is Rudy Gobert top 10 right now?
No. Reason why I'd say no is I don't really. Rudy Gobert is just so interesting to me. He's such an interesting player. Like, I definitely think he's a top 3 defender in the league. Like, we can't take that away from him, and that's why I'm saying, like, can't take that away from Rasheed Wallace. And Rasheed Wallace has the resume that he was on all-time great defensive teams that won championships. So, and he was a key contributor to those defensive teams. So, that's why I'm putting him in top 10.
All right.
Okay, Marquise, you ready?
Yeah, I jump in on that.
Yeah,
I'll say Rasheed easily, like, he was a big key contributor to that 2004-2005 Pistons team that won the championship. Like I agree with one too. Like, the defense, like, he is a great defender, but he was an 18 and 8 type player. He wasn't like, I don't think he's really gonna be a top player today. Like, is Draymond Green a top player?
Fair.
That's what a better offense. But he's better offensively. He had a little better 3 ball. He had an inside game. But even back then, I just don't see it. Just don't see him being nowhere near top 10.
Rasheed or Rudy?
No, Rasheed. Rudy Gobert he is easily a top 5 center in the league. Easily. He's just getting figured out. I think him and the new team with the Timberwolves, he's gonna blow out. Because you thought they were a good regular season type team, but that young Timberwolves team is very hungry, you know. And
Yeah.
I could just see him making a huge difference there because that moves Carl Anthony Towns to the floor.
I agree. I'd put like, you know, we put like so much hate on Rudy Gobert, like what he does on his offensive game. We had to take in consideration like there was like stats that Donovan Mitchell was passing to him 3 times like a game. So like he was getting his like most of his points not even from the like main ball handler. So like he was getting most of his points from other players. So
Like
seeing him in a new environment, like, will definitely see how he boosts his offensive game, in my opinion.
Right, that's
Yeah,
time
yeah.
for this one.
Oh, sorry about that. I was gonna say Rudy known to be is really known for defense and second chance buckets. He's a force down there. I just don't see him like as like a Jokic or
No,
David.
Hey guys, I love the takes, but this was about Rasheed Wallace, so I gotta.
Hey,
Let's keep going.
Doc White, a point. He brought up Rudy.
You said he was a great defensive player. I was like, all right, man, hold on. Rudy Gobert, great defensive player, but is he considered top 5, top 10?
Switch characters.
As a center, yeah.
It was at his position, yes. At overall player, though.
Hey, it's over. It's over. That topic's over. All right. So according to the ESPYs, there's 4 moments that's up for the award, and those moments are Undertaker going into the Hall of Fame, Cody Rhodes returns at WrestleMania, Stone Cold Steve Austin stuns Austin Theory and Pat McAfee, and Big E cashes Money in the Bank to win the WWE title. And I heard George was a wrestling fan, so would you like to start it off?
I would love to start it off.
Go ahead.
Are we ranking these right?
Just give your take. If you want to rank it, I'd like to hear it.
Oh man, my take's gonna be pretty terrible on these. The only thing that I find entertaining on this entire list was the probably the Big E cash in and maybe the Stone Cold Vince McMahon, Pat McAfee, Austin Theory stuff. Other than that, I think like WWE is pretty rough to watch. If anybody wants to jump in on there, I mean,
I disagree, but I'll respect it. Matt, would you like to pick it up?
Yeah, I would say probably out of that list, I was gonna put Stone Cold's as number 1, but Vince McMahon had the worst reaction to a stunner since Donald Trump in WrestleMania. So I'm just gonna stick with Undertaker going to the Hall of Fame, just because he just had an amazing speech, beautiful entrance when he got inducted. So that's my take.
So is the stunner your worst of the 4?
That's my that would be my number 1 if Vince McMahon didn't have a terrible reaction to a stunner as bad as Donald Trump's in WrestleMania.
Yeah, that might have been the worst reaction of all time. It was bad.
All right, Wyatt, you want to pick it up?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm looking at that Bleacher Report article and how they ranked it. I don't really agree that the Cody Rhodes return to WWE at WrestleMania was number 1. I think I would put Big E winning the WWE Championship as the number 1. But I mean, that's Big E. Like, he's a dog. He's one of my favorites. And but yeah, I would. The others though, I'd probably keep. I don't even know if I would put Stone Cold stunnering Mr. McMahon in Theory and Pat McAfee at WrestleMania on the list. I don't know what I would replace it with. I have to think about that for a little bit, but that probably wouldn't be on there. And then I think, Undertaker going to the Hall of Fame, that was a pretty cool moment. So I'll put that on there. And then just flip Big E and Cody Rhodes.
Not enough Gable Stevenson on the list for you?
Yeah, definitely not enough Gable Stevenson. Not enough Gable Stevenson in WWE. He's a big one here.
All right, Marquise, you want to finish it? Oh, whoops.
Oh yeah, man. I'm glad. Cody Rhodes came in was a big deal because he came back from being Stardust, and then he went to AEW. He became a big deal, like nationally, a big deal. Wrestling to me right now is actually pretty. Like I started to pick up on it because it's starting to get really good. Like just to stay on topic because I'm going to go off topic a little bit. Cody Rhodes, so number 2 is Undertaker's induction. I thought that was cool. He came out with his real accent, country boy. Big E, number 3, and Stone Cold getting Stone Cold stuttering on them. A little Pat McAfee. Yeah, that's that. I don't even know why that moment's even up there. But, yeah.
Sorry, you faded out a little bit, but the parts I heard, I credited you for. So,
Can I jump in one more time real quick?
Sure. This is
I just gotta wave my flag here because the Cody Rhodes moment is on there. That I hate Cody Rhodes. He's a piece of trash, and he's a traitor. And AEW is number 1. That's all I gotta say.
So, I'll credit you for using your first right privilege.
Let's go.
All right, let's move on now to what are we at? Oh yeah, Spider Mitchell. Oh. So apparently the Nets are interested, but now it looks like the Knicks are interested also. You want to start this round off, Marquise?
Yeah, I'm hella down to start. Hecka down to start this this topic. I was waiting for this one. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell, one of my favorite players in the league next to Damian Lillard. He definitely needs a start. I think if he goes to the Nets have money in the capital to go ahead and give him the talent that he needs, and for him to really show out in the East, because in the East is not as competitive as the West. But for him, like I said, getting a fresh restart out there in the East, he will be I can say he could be easily a top 10 player in the East. And make them also a playoff contender, not with players that want to take off on, what's the word I'm looking for? Load management. Yeah.
So I like your response, but I docked wide for mentioning favorites, so.
Take it. No.
Yeah, you want to pick this up, George?
Heck yeah, I'll pick it up. First off, Damien Moore is the best player in the NBA, so hell yeah. And
we'll take some points.
I don't know where I would even like to see Donovan Mitchell play, but I feel like anywhere he goes, he would be incredibly successful. I'd personally love to see him go to LA, but I don't think he leaves Utah unless they're in rebuild mode.
One might think so after trading Gobert and for.
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know.
Hang on, guys. Hello? I'll get it. Alright, I'll get it. I'm trying to stream though right now. Okay, bye. Sorry. Okay. Am I back on?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was just talking? It was George, right?
George.
Yes, sir.
I'll give you 2 points for picking up a phone call during your response. All right, Wyatt, you want to go?
Yeah, sure, I'll go. So I think Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks would make a lot of sense. I don't think the Nets. Who's available in free agency to help Donovan Mitchell win now? I don't see any potential takers there. But if he goes to the Knicks, they still got R.J. Barrett, they still got Julius Randle that they could form I wouldn't say definitely not a big three, but like a young core that they could start building around. And I think the Knicks would make a lot of sense for Donovan Mitchell right now.
You don't think one of those pieces would have to be thrown in to get Donovan Mitchell?
I know they don't want to trade R.J. Barrett. Maybe Julius Randle, but no, I don't think they would give him up either.
Okay.
I think it would be a bunch of picks.
Okay. You want to finish it off, Matt?
Yeah, Mitchell to the Nets really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. One, for how ornery the Nets organization is being, saying that they want this to be the biggest trade in NBA history, and Donovan Mitchell doesn't even come close to the value that the Nets are wanting. I agree with Wyatt, though, in terms of the Knicks. Definitely, I think they would get rid of Julius Randle for sure to add Donovan Mitchell. In my opinion, Randall just had that one All-Star year. I don't think he'll make another All-Star, especially with the West slowly building up on their stars and young cores throughout the East. Knicks makes more sense to me, though. R.J. Barrett will stay. Robinson just signed a big extension, so that could still form a big three. I mean, even getting rid of Julius Randle, you still have a good center that's up and coming in New York.
Okay, good points. Good points. Anyone want to say anything before I move on?
Yeah, I actually forgot that they signed Jalen Brunson this year too, or they just signed Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
The Knicks did.
I would dock you, but you got the topics like 5 minutes before, so.
Y'all saying it doesn't make sense for the Nets that they'll be able to get him, but they're trying to get real heading left. Send him to the Lakers. They've been sitting there Jim McKinnon all week. So I just feel like once they get rid of Kyrie, they don't have enough money, enough trade capital with draft picks. Just go ahead and get them. But, yeah, we'll see.
Alright, let's move on. I know Ndamukong Suh is probably past his best days, but apparently the Browns, Raiders, and Vikings are looking at him. Anybody got anything to say?
Yes, I do. Donovan Mitchell. Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's the Hall of Fame defensive tackle. He is past his prime, but he still makes a huge impact in that middle. He's still, like, honestly, to me, he's still, like, a top 10 defensive tackle in the league. Even at the age of 30, like, he's like 32, 33. I say the Vikings could be a really good fit for him. But if he wants to win now, I think he should just go ahead. Yeah, I want to say the Browns, but that Deshaun Watson allegation is crazy right now. They got Jacoby Brissett as a backup. I can see them still winning games with Jacoby Brissett. That's how good that football team is. But I feel like Ndamukong Suh can make immediate impact. He can make a total difference on 7. Especially with, like, Miles Garrett. Like, you see how he works there. Stuff like that, like, I feel like his best bet is to go to the Browns. Because they also got Jadeveon Clowney coming back there, too. That front seven will be a nightmare.
So would you say the Vikings is the best fit?
No, the Browns. I think because they're going to win now.
Sorry, man, you cut out. Wyatt, you want to pick up from here?
Yeah, I'll pick up. So Ndamukong Suh is 35 years old. I do not believe he's what he used to be. I don't know if he would make an immediate impact like Marquise was saying, but I don't know. Maybe he could. But being that 35 on the defensive line, I mean, that's going to be tough to make an impact, I believe.
How valuable would you say his championship experience plus him being a former All-Pro player?
I mean, that's all well and good, but to teach the younger guys, that's valuable. But as an actual impact player, I see him as more of a rotation guy, filling in when the others are kind of gassed right now.
Okay.
But to pass on the knowledge, that might be valuable, I guess.
Okay. Would you like to go from there, George?
Yeah. So from what I've heard, Suh is asking for way too much money, and he wants to go to a contender. So I think he's pigeonholed himself there. I don't see his value as much anymore. He was like super protected on the Tampa Bay Bucks, and he also comes with a pretty hefty bag of being quote unquote one of the dirtiest players in the league. So it's up in the air. I don't know.
Fair. All right, Matt, you want to finish?
Yeah, based off of his age, like I really haven't seen any true impact on Sue. I agree with George. Like he was very protected with that Buck defense. Like that Bucks defense was amazing, and like he was probably as great as he is, probably not the most impactful on that whole defense. So, and with him wanting so much money, like George was saying as well, like he definitely wants to go to a contender. Browns are in win now mode, but have they really made any changes to make a win now contending team? Deshaun Watson really not doing, his allegations, all that. So we'll just have to see. His age, his veteran status might give some good locker room energy to the Browns if he ends up going there. I think that would probably be a good fit for the Browns.
To go back a little bit, my brother commented big three, so I think he's implying Brunson, Mitchell, and other Mitchell or Robinson isn't that big a three.
I don't see it as a big three, but I think it's a good core to build
It's a
around.
good core three, Right. It's not a big three.
All right, let's move on. So, apparently, there's going to be a quarterback battle for the Panthers starting quarterback between Mayfield and Darnold. Who do you got winning and why?
I can go first. All right, I'll go first.
It's all right. Try to figure out the buttons. Yeah, go ahead, Marquise.
Cool. Because my reason solely is because Mayfield was injured last year. He was on his contract year. He was injured. Other 2 years that he played with the Browns, he literally he was solid. He's not a superstar quarterback, but he's a solid. He's a game manager. He will get you a win. And I feel like Carolina with McCaffrey DJ Moore, he's gonna bowl. It's just that I can't trust a guy like Sam Darnold that says that he sees ghosts to go out there and look different. And I just think that too many chances now. He had way too many chances. He's pretty much a bust in him. And Mayfield, I could say he's proven, but he has took the playoffs with, even though that juggernaut game they had, great defense they had, he still knows how to get it done when they needed him to put the ball where he needed it to be. So I'll take Mayfield.
I like it. You want to go, Matt?
Yeah, I'll go. I definitely got Baker Mayfield taking this starting position. Sam Darnold just wasn't very successful in his first year, so and I agree with Marquise's points. Is he knows how to get a win. Even his first years on the Browns, he made an impact on that team, allowing OBJ coming to that team. I'm not too into those two quarterbacks that were like I put my life into them, but it's like my eye test is going Baker Mayfield.
I looked it up, and this is actually Baker's contract year. So
This upcoming year?
Yeah, this season right here is his contract year. So can't have false information on here. All right, George, would you like to go from here?
Okay. So I think Baker Mayfield got the rawest end of the deal, maybe in NFL history. Like, to take maybe the worst franchise of all time and be their first consistently decent quarterback to ever play for them, and then have one injured down year and get completely shunned from the entire city and be replaced by allegation-filled, I'm not going to say too much on that piece of crap quarterback, Deshaun Watson. I think he's going to kill it in Carolina. I think he would kill it anywhere. I think he's a great player. So he'll murder poor Sam Darnold, who I agree is a complete bust at this point.
Would you say kill? Do you mean they'll make the playoffs or win the division at least?
That's a tough division, but I can see them doing pretty decent. Maybe they do take that division. They're coming right behind the Bucks.
So at least over 500 record?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to quote you on that.
I'll take that.
All right, Wyatt, you want to finish?
Yeah. So I'm not in love with either of these players. Listen, Baker Mayfield has a career record 29-30. Sam Darnold has a career record 17-32. So, I mean, yeah, Sam Darnold just played for a terrible Jets team and then didn't really get much luck on any better Carolina team. But I guess I'm gonna have to go Baker Mayfield because he's average and Sam Darnold is like below average. But I mean, yeah, I mean, you could have seen that coming from Sam Darnold. Though. I mean, he played his college ball at USC. Name a good USC quarterback. So I mean, come on.
All right. So here's the last topic before we get to the final two. All right. So you want to bring out your hardest points, and it's on. Nope. Drew Brees is eyed for the quarterback's only Thursday night Thursday night mega cast. What do y'all got to say on that?
My question
Wyatt.
is...
No, Wyatt first, Wyatt. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Me first. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't really care. I mean, that's the honest truth, though. I mean, what is that? I'm not even sure what that is.
From what I've saw, it's the quarterbacks will be calling the Thursday night games.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm still gonna watch the Thursday night game, so they could have put just about anyone on there. So, yeah, I guess that's my take.
I gotta dock you one though, because we're supposed to care. All right, Matt, do you want to jump in now?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I was just gonna ask why I chimed in, like, what exactly is that? But I forgot Amazon Prime, like, does the Thursday night football thing. So, I agree with why I really could care less. Thursday night football is, like, honestly just so boring to me. Monday night is where it's at. So whoever, honestly, if it were Mark Sanchez commentating, like, I honestly, I wouldn't have a different opinion on it, you know? It's just how it is. Thursday night football.
All right, George, you want to go?
Yeah. So I assume this is Amazon's attempt at counteracting the whole Manning cast thing.
Okay.
I would
But-
see it.
It could also just be quarterbacks calling the entire show, but either way, yeah, I kind of agree with everybody else. Thursday night football doesn't matter. The teams don't generally care about it as much. It's a lesser game to everybody. Hopefully, they can make something of it, I guess.
I like the optimism. All right, Marquise, you want to finish the round?
Yeah. Only thing I can say I agree to is that the Thursday night football, the scheduling is very weak for it, but at the same time, like, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to go ahead and, with your big name, to go ahead and say, like you said, just like the Manning cast, but, also, they have foreign quarterbacks in the booth now these days, like Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, maybe it could be exciting like Tony Romo, but I seen Drew Brees on Sunday Night Football, and he ain't really that type of guy. He doesn't go out there and just call plays and do things. But
Okay, so we'll call it there, and so usually the lowest two scores would be the ones eliminated, but nothing personal, man. But Marquise, you keep cutting out, dude. I'm gonna have to send you and George. All right. Well, thanks for coming. There goes George.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thanks for being here. Oop, not Matt. Sorry. There we go. So I'm gonna mute you guys in the Discord, but you can still listen if you want. All right, final two. I accidentally showed one of the answers already, but I showed one of the topics, but Gronk, he says he's not coming out of retirement. Do you believe him? And tell your favorite Gronk story, I guess, if he is going. Matt, you can go first.
Yeah, I definitely think that Gronk is, he's not gonna unretire. Like, he's definitely done. Injuries in the past have definitely, affected his performance and how he performs now. And just with Tom Brady as old as he's getting, like I just don't think he wants to play with anybody else other than Tom Brady. And Tom Brady says he doesn't have many years left in him, so he's kind of just cutting it short. I honestly think CTE is an issue as well. Like, that is something he's brought up in the past as well. He kind of worries about that, so I think he just wants to worry about his health.
Okay. Wyatt, you want to go?
Yeah, I think he is definitely ready to hang it up. I think he kind of just wants to chill on the beach, and crack a cold one and put his feet up. He's definitely earned it. He's probably one of, I don't know if I put him top 5, but maybe in that general area of tight ends. And yeah, I don't really have a story of Gronk, but I remember when he took one of the Super Bowl trophies and took a pitch and bunted with the trophy, and now there's a giant dent in one of their Super Bowl trophies. So that's some major balls by him. Almost as much as Tom Brady to throw it across from boat to boat. And his latest one.
I appreciate Wyatt listening, so I asked for a story.
No, you said if he does plan on coming back.
No, I said if he's retiring, what's your favorite story?
Oh, I thought he said he wasn't coming, or if he was coming back.
All right, last topic. Nope. Yep, can't remember which button it is. Nope. Nope.
George just got triple eliminated. Wow, he's triple eliminated. Okay.
Man, I cannot remember what button it is. Oh man, hang on. Oh, yep, all the way back here. Hang on. It is L, guys. The final button was L. And L. Jamarcus Russell says, if you're going to call him a bust, call him the biggest bust ever. Censored it up a little bit. Since Matt started, you want to pick up Wyatt?
Yeah, well, I mean, he was the biggest bust ever, so, I mean, you gotta give him credit that he knows who he is. I mean, the greatest Jamarcus Russell story that I've ever heard was his coach gave him tapes to go watch and bring him back and ask him what plays he would like to run in the game plan. And Jamarcus Russell comes back and says, yeah, I like all of it. We can run it all. They were blank tapes. He got fooled. And yeah, he was absolutely ridiculous.
All right, Matt, finish the show. The first ever show ever.
Yeah, I'm going to say he is one of the biggest busts ever. And it's like 1A and 1B for me. He was just lazy, just very, he got his paycheck, and he just got out of love with the game, just didn't want to play. I don't know what it was, but, 1A, 1B, I got Johnny Manziel. The only reason why I say that is he has a Heisman under his belt, so he came into the league as well with the Heisman, having all this hype. Hasn't really done anything. He didn't really do much in the NFL, playing some college or Canadian football, but that's why I got Jamarcus at 1A. Johnny Manziel, 1B.
I love it. Well, I accidentally blinked the scores on accident, but I know Wyatt was ahead by 3, so.
Oh.
First ever champion, Wyatt Beckwith.
Yeah, 1-0. Let's go.
Here's your 1 minute of fame before I close out the show. What you got?
All right, well, I would just like to thank all of my supporters and especially thank all my haters out there. you drive me to keep getting better. So thank you.
And one last thing, your friend Dwight De Niro just roasted you in the chat, Matt. All right, so we'll see you next week. That's it.